Hey, welcome to the Two Talk Movies podcast. I'm Drew.
I'm Cam.
And if you ever want to be a barber, this is probably the movie for you because we're talking about the Tim Burton directed film from 1990, Edward Scissorhands. Cam, do you want to talk about the other actors in the film?
Yeah, it stars Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder, Diane Wiest, Anthony Michael Hall, Alan Arkin, and Kathy Baker.
Anthony Michael Hall, we talked about before we got on here, played the nerd, now he's playing the bully.
Man, back in,
if anyone can see that.
I don't think either camera picks it up.
Okay, well, we might do an insert shot of the poster maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But
anywho, yes, the film. Cam, would you like to describe the film? Because I honestly don't know if I could.
it is about our main man, Eddie, played by Johnny Depp, and you couldn't guess it by the name, man. He has scissors for hands.
He's like a zombie.
Yeah, in some way. And he lives on a castle that's like down the street from a normal
suburban life, yeah.
Yeah, just like this random dark castle on the hill. And I forgot how he comes down. I think, how did he get down to?
Well, it's because the saleswoman like went up there.
Yeah.
She found him and then
She brought him around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought him around like it was, yeah.
Yeah, and then he finds Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder, named Kim. He kind of like has a crush on her. He doesn't function properly. He doesn't talk a lot. Well, obviously he doesn't like function probably has scissor hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, and she has a boyfriend and named Jim, and he's kind of messing with him, and Edward's just trying to get accustomed to everyday life. So it's pretty much the basis.
Yeah. I think I've expressed on this episode or this podcast before that I'm not a big fan of Tim Burton. I don't really vibe with Nightmare Before Christmas. Batman Returns was okay. I don't know. Do you like Tim Burton?
I do. I do. Of course, Bride is one of my favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, I love that movie.
I just never can get into his shtick of just abnormally normal people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he makes it the whole universe, which is cool.
I don't know. I don't like animation movies, and I don't like his animation movies, but like his live action ones. Like I was actually surprised with this one because this might be like my least hated Tim Burton movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how like weird it is. It looks very weird. It looks like, I think I mentioned before we started recording, it looks like a Dr. Seuss book because every house is like colored the same. Everybody's wearing like 70s retro style clothes and like they're all one color. And I don't know, it kind of makes it seem like it's its own little universe within, like, you know, with it actually being like people and everything. And the fact that it's just Edward Scissorhands is just, he was put together by like some mad genius who died and thought, hey, as a keepsake, let's just put your hands as scissors.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a really unique idea. Like, I feel like, you know, when I saw a video of Stan Lee when he brought up Spider-Man and when he wanted to create him, everyone was like kind of laughing at him. I'm thinking like, it's such like it's not even like a hard idea, but it's just random. Like scissors for hands.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, let's make a movie out of this. Like, if you're pitching this, I'm like, I mean, if you were pitching this to me, pause. Like, I wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
And Johnny Depp, I don't even, how popular was he at this time? He was in Nightmare on Elm Street, and then he was in, I think, the TV show 21 Jump Street. But like,
That was a show?
Yeah, it was a show first with Johnny Depp in it. But I feel like this was kind of, trying to think on his other movies, this was probably like one of his like movies that like kind of,
yeah, blew him up.
Yeah, blew him up a little bit going into the 90s.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Crybaby. I don't know much about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is one.
The Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, just what a controversy. What a controversy.
He's is he gonna do another Pirates of the Caribbean? Caribbean? How do you pronounce it? Caribbean?
Caribbean. I say Caribbean.
Caribbean.
I hope not. He's kind of old and
yeah. I've never seen. I think I've seen like one of them. That guy with the squid. That's awesome costume design.
Yeah, but what do you think of Johnny Depp overall? I mean, I thought it was whatever. I mean, he did okay.
I don't know. I can't say much about it because he's just timid. You know, he's just like this awkward guy, and his makeup artist kind of is responsible for his whole acting performance. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think his collab. I don't know. It's just like I don't think it's a hard character to play. Just be weird.
That's true. Be quiet, be weird, and just kind of like
Be pale.
yeah, be pale. Have like sit in makeup for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Call it a day. I will say that I did enjoy Alan Arkin's character, the dad, because he doesn't give a crap about anybody. He's just like,
He's here.
yeah. It's like the one scene where like the girl, like the woman, basically tries to seduce Edward Scissorhands, and he comes to them. And he's like, "Sorry, I'm late," and he's like, "Yeah, she showed me where like we could have the beauty salon, and then she took her clothes off in the back while I watched or something like that." And the guy goes, "That's great, Edward. That's great. You sharp as a nail or something like that. Scissors, sharp as scissors, maybe." And I'm just like, dude, this guy doesn't really care. And then the saleswoman, which is like the mother, she just is so nice.
Yeah, so motherly.
And like, if we're being real with ourselves, we'll tell you finals week is approaching.
Yeah, that's why.
And we are exhausted. We are absolutely freaking exhausted. And so I was trying to watch this movie, and like, it wasn't a bad movie. It's just one of those movies where I was like fighting for time. Like, I need to get time to watch it, and I might need to rewatch it just so I can kind of enjoy some of the aspects that I may have overlooked.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Because like in my mind, it's like the camera shots and everything. There were a lot of wide shots mostly.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of picked up on the like. I don't know. Nothing was too outstanding with that. I guess you got cool colors with the houses and like. Well, I mean, I like the Christmas time aesthetic too. That's why we kind of picked it. Oh, I guess we should say
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
it's December. It's
yeah, this is our Christmas edition.
We will only have this one and then next week's one.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, we don't post during finals. No. We'll post during finals.
We just don't post during break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's our time to recharge.
Yes, and you will get. Yeah, we'll be good.
We'll be back. Don't you worry.
But yeah, I don't know. It did seem to. Nothing like too crazy about it. I really did like what they did with the fact like I'm him. With the grass, and I know it was fake, but when he like made.
Yeah, those are cool shots. I think the movie takes a lot of inspiration, especially towards the end. That I realized is like Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense, because it's like everyone's kind of like a mob and like they're against him, especially when he runs away after he cuts. Oh my gosh, what's Winona Ryder's character's name?
Kim,
yeah. He cuts her, and then everybody starts like running after him.
Yeah. And
it's like, oh, okay. So maybe Tim Burton and the other person who wrote it, because I know it was him and her who came up with the story. Maybe like they were taking kind of that misunderstood, like gentle character, but like people see him as a monster because of like his appearance.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I don't know. It doesn't. It's not one of the movies that I'm kind of into. I don't know if it's one of the movies you're into.
I do like random. Like I don't think I can compare this to any other movie. I know you said Frankenstein, but like for the whole kind of like out.
Like I said, like How the Grinch Stole Christmas was like the closest one I could describe it because of the colors and just kind of the weird, like dreamlike way it looks. You know what I mean? Or Cat in the Hat.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's a better one. Because I'm looking at some shots now, and they do have some pretty fun shots. I'll probably put it on camera. I'll put it on the thing.
Yeah.
But this one,
oh yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool. And then all the colors and stuff in the 70s. And then the one
I think they were like on like a sound stage with all the houses. Yeah, like absolutely. Because like it's like it just looks so fake, and it's just so like when I was watching it just looks so surreal for people to like actually be living in these houses.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know. I guess that it does add to the film a little bit.
Yeah, like where are you gonna find it? Would you like I don't know, where would you go to find houses like these? Probably like
Ohio, Rhode Island,
Montana.
Yeah,
but yeah,
where's this place? Does this take place in like actual like Earth, or is this just like its own like little town?
I'm sure this is like its own
little town.
Yeah, somewhere in Nebraska.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this isn't. Okay, they do have some cool shots. This one looks like it's from don't frick. What's it called?
What?
It looks like it's from
I know what you mean.
Clockwork Orange.
Oh, I was gonna say 2001: A Space Odyssey.
That too.
Yeah.
Both.
With Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
So just weird. So just weird, awkward stuff.
Yeah.
But
it does some cool shots that I'm looking at them.
I don't know. Tim Burton is just like. I just don't get the appeal to his things. Every time I watch his stuff, I just never can get into it like a lot This one's probably the one that I could get into like the most because like it does kind of follow the structure of Frankenstein, and I'm a fan of kind of Frankenstein and all those like universal monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But like other ones like Night Before Christmas, which we talked about, and like Corpse Bride, which I haven't seen but I don't want to, and Alice in Wonderland.
That's a classic.
I hate Alice in Wonderland. I hate it.
I don't have an opinion on it, but
It's like he told Johnny Depp on stage, like, hey Johnny, we've worked together for 20 years at this point. Go in the bathroom, snort some cocaine, come out and be the Mad Hatter. That's what, and I feel like good for Johnny, but it's just I just feel like it's just too ridiculous, you know.
He did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh,
Yeah.
5.
Tim Burton,
Yeah. What do you think about that?
and that's weird too. Everything's weird.
That's good. That's a better one.
I don't even know. I don't know.
They're making another one, dude. You see how easy it is for us.
For us to get off topic, I mean,
There's not much.
I don't want to talk about Tim Burton, bro. He's such a weird guy. I'm just kidding, but
Timmy.
I definitely, now watching this movie, I definitely understand now that I like movies that are a lot more like based in like actual reality. I don't like those weird, like in their own kind of weird little fairy tale that, you know what I mean?
I was gonna ask, like, I know we make jokes, like when we were like 7, we watched Godfather, but like, did you watch cartoon like
those?
just like animated movies, like maybe?
I watched like Pixar and stuff like that. Like I
Okay.
watched those, and I watched Over the Hedge,
Okay,
Shrek. I watched those,
Shrek.
but I don't know. Stuff like this, I just never got on the train of. It's very weird.
How do you feel about Monster House?
I like Monster House. That's good. That's a good movie. Well, it's like the monster. Like I like the ones that are like comedy ones and like with a little bit of horror in it. Which I don't know why. Like I don't like Frankenweenie.
Oh no.
Like what is that?
No.
And
We're good.
his newer stuff. What's some newer Tim Burton movies that he's made?
He's coming out with Beetlejuice 2.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, he's got that. He's got Dark Shadows. I don't think I like that. I don't think I watched it. He got that.
I think maybe Tim has to put his like granddaughter through college or something.
Gotta be Alice through the Looking Glass.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have. He's like just making sequels to all his stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's just new ideas aren't coming to him.
Yeah.
I think. What else did he make? He didn't have a lot. Abraham Lincoln. Was it the Vampire Slayer?
He made that.
Yep.
He directed that.
No.
He produced it. He starred in it. He was Abe Lincoln.
Anthony Mackie's here. He is such a funny guy.
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, because every picture of him is just like,
Oh my God!
look at that, man.
That is a guy. That is a man right there.
He is.
What were we talking about? Edward Scissorhands. It was just whenever we could think of.
Yeah, it's yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I will say this. I do enjoy the movie. The ending is beautiful. I'll say that because what?
With Winona Ryder's character being the old woman.
No, not that. Before like when she put the hand up, he's dead, and like he runs away. I'm like, dude, everyone freaking hates this guy.
Yeah.
And she's the one girl, and I don't know the way he's just by himself and you can't control it. You just feel sorry for him.
Well, does he end? So he runs away at the end while she like kind of like stalls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens to him? Does he die?
I don't know. I think he kind of just stayed up there because I think the other guy died. He fell through.
Jim, yeah.
Yeah, he fell on the thing.
But doesn't the woman like tell the girl the story inside his home, inside the castle or whatever? Or I might have mistaken that.
Oh, I don't know. We'll look it up.
Yeah, because I can't remember. Because I remember I looked and it was old Winona Ryder. And I was just like, wow. I'm like, okay, that's a nice way to do it.
Let me see. What Edward?
Let's see here. Edward Scissorhands. And while you type that, we could do, Cam?
What's up?
We could do our little game.
We haven't played that in like 2 months.
Well, we can do it now.
Edward, all right, what's up? What happened?
Let's see.
What am I looking at? What happened?
Let me
Edward
think
Scissorhands?
of a movie. I got one.
What's up?
Scent of a Woman, starring Al Pacino. You don't know?
Never even heard of this.
Okay.
All right. Al Pacino. 80s, 90s.
Yep.
Al Pacino. What's it called?
Wow. Scent of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman.
I'm going to look this up and make sure I'm right. Is
Something's telling me 83, man. I don't know what it is. Scent of a Woman.
that final answer?
83, 84.
83. All right.
I'll go 83.
Drum roll. It is 1992. So you were off by quite a lot. Yeah.
All right, let me...
that was a little rough.
Dude, we're out of it, man, if you guys can tell.
We are out of it.
It's finals week.
Yeah. It's a rough week. You know, while we take this opportunity, Cam,
What's up?
what do you think about the phone thing?
That they're taking them?
Yeah, they're taking away the phone thing. I thought we might as well talk about that since we're
All over the...
Yeah, since Edward Scissorhands clearly couldn't keep our attention.
Well, let them know what's happening with the
So basically, like, we all have, like, phones, like, regular phones here, you know.
I guess, like...
Boom, like those phones.
Like, yeah, like office phones.
Yeah, office phones.
Reception, whatever.
Yeah. And, because I work for a news station at WIU PBS, and that's what we use in the newsroom, and that's what you guys use in there, and, like, everything. And, I guess EIU their contract expired to have office phones.
I got an email. I haven't looked at it.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't even know why that is a thing. And to me, from what I heard, nobody likes it. But from what I've gathered, and this is going to throw shade at Eastern a little bit.
Hey, man.
I feel like they have a great knack of doing things 95% of the university hates, and then just doing it and just sticking it to us, I feel like.
I've never touched those phones.
I wish I could say I mean, I don't either, but, like...
They're just there. I don't know. Like, I don't know how...
Well, because now we don't know what we're going to do in the Newswatch thing because they took away the phones.
Oh, because you guys, like, call someone, like,
yeah.
call...
And they call the office.
What do you guys call the guy?
What
like,
do you...
man, like, call the... What do you, like...
For the record and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, master?
Yeah, master.
We're going to, like, call him and
yeah.
all that. And then even just, like, in the newsroom when we, like, call out for, like breaking news, we have to call on those. And now we have to use, like, Teams, which is, like, a jacked up, like, software where you have to, like, have, like, a little headpiece, like,
oh god,
with, like, a BlackBerry. No, not a BlackBerry.
Like with the microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's called, but
it's right here, man.
What? Wait a minute.
We're using them.
Exactly. But yeah, that's my soapbox. I don't understand why we're doing that. It's not going to affect this podcast in any way. I don't know why I brought it up, but it was just something that was bothering me, and so I thought you guys would want to know. If you didn't want to know, then you can probably just skip to right now where we get back to Edward Scissorhands. Cam?
Yeah, I know we're kind of dry on it, but it's a good movie. I know it just...
there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, I don't find anything to talk about for it, like, in terms of, like, the qualities of it, besides the visual kind of characteristics of it and kind of that weird surreal look to it.
Yeah. I mean, would you consider it a Christmas movie? I don't know. I tried to...
It feels so thrown in that it's a Christmas movie, doesn't it?
A little bit. Because they have, like, that one section where, like, this garden is... I tried to pick something that
wasn't like a standard.
Yeah, you know, and I know we're going to do something next week that isn't too, you know...
Standard either.
Yeah. So, did we do that last year? What did we do for...
We did Batman Returns.
Batman.
Did we do Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito?
Nah.
That's what I thought. We've done so many episodes. My memory is so bad of what we did because I can't remember all of our audio ones. But I don't know what we did last year. We'll have to go back and look that up. But they weren't like standard Nightmare Before Christmas. Duh.
Whoa. It's finals week, man.
We're struggling a little bit. But
so do you think like this was a good way for Johnny Depp to get this? Like, what? How do you? Did this get any awards? You know?
I don't think it did. I don't know what it would get awards for. What do you think?
These aren't. It got the Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation and a BAFTA. What's the one that's like the worst movie?
Razzie.
Okay.
It has 7 Razzies.
Yeah.
For best actor.
It got a BAFTA for Best Production Design.
Okay, that makes sense. I agree with that.
Yeah, because setting this $86 million box office. What's the budget?
For 1990? I don't know.
The budget was $20 million. $20 million. I guess to make that whole set design. And
That's still a lot though.
Yeah.
For something like this, where it's like, it also reminded me a lot of the Truman Show too.
This?
Kind of the aesthetic to it. A lot of like fabricated soundstage kind of stuff. Whereas like Truman Show, that's the point. And that's kind of the point in this one too, but it's kind of like two different reasons. Like it's a little more on the nose than Truman Show. But man, we should talk about Truman Show at some point.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I liked it. What did you think of Winona Ryder's kind of? So this is the period. This is the point in time where she's like blown up, right? She's already established, kind of.
She's getting there. I think she's getting there. I'm trying to remember movies before this that she was in.
What was Girl Interrupted? Was that kind of her?
That was
later.
That was later. That was like later in the 90s. But I liked her. I think that everyone's characters are kind of like one note in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes down to everybody, like Johnny Depp, Alan Arkin, the wife, saleswoman or whatever, the realtor.
Mm-hmm.
And then even her, the bully, Jim. Like everyone like got told, this is your character, just do it. And, you know, she does a good job. I don't think it's a great performance. I think it's just kind of like a run-of-the-mill, like she's a good-looking gal that
just fits the role.
That just fits the role and everything. And by the way, her and Johnny Depp actually dated.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they dated. I think after this movie, they started dating.
I think so, because they saw each other on the award show, and then I know they like made a thing out of it. Yeah. But yeah, I think she was already established because she already had Beetlejuice and Heathers under her belt by 1990.
Oh, Beetlejuice! I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow, and that was 2 years before this. Before 1990. Yeah. Okay, so yeah,
so she was,
and now she's known for Stranger Things, which
that's what I kind of know her from.
Yeah. Well, didn't she get arrested for like shoplifting? Was that her?
That seems like something. No, I don't know. That just seemed like something a big celebrity would do.
I think she got arrested because I remember, because for some reason, like, I don't know anything that she was in before Stranger Things up until like the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like
that little gap.
Yeah, I can't identify her in any role. And I think before they cast her in Stranger Things, they were like weary about casting her because she like had like a track record of like.
Who cares about that anymore? What?
Honestly, at this point, like shoplifting is like the least of people's work. Like in terms of casting people.
Yeah, man. People are doing like real,
like
felonies.
Yeah, like Robert Downey Jr. Like
he was on a run, wasn't he?
He was on a bender for like 7 years.
In and out, and now look at him. He's
prospering. And
Oppenheimer?
Strauss? No, that's Strauss.
Yeah,
Oppenheimer. Is that his last name?
No. Whoa. No.
What?
That was Cillian Murphy.
No, I meant like who did he play in
Strauss?
Oppenheimer? Was that his last name? I can't remember his last name at all. That's not important.
Strauss.
Thing. I don't think it was Strauss. It definitely was not. But basically,
I feel like I should know it. I've seen it 3 times.
That's it. That's one of Cam's favorite movies.
Yo, Strauss.
I know. I know. Yeah, there we go.
Let's make it fun, man.
Yeah, give it a little.
Okay.
No. All right, there we go. There we go. Here we are. Wow. But I guess just to suffice everything, that was definitely not the right word.
Suffice everything.
To just kind of sum everything up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this to other people? Would you recommend this to people who aren't fans of Tim Burton?
Who are not fans?
Yeah, who aren't fans of his like animated stuff. Would you say give this a try? Yes. Because it's not as outlandish as Alice in Wonderland.
Right.
It's pretty like, it's a good introductory way to get into his live action work, I feel like.
I'd say yes, because you can't really tell it's a Tim Burton movie because they don't have, like you said, for one, it's not animation. 2, you know, it's kind of a regular story, just with this guy just has fingers and he doesn't really talk.
Yeah, it's just the character. It's not like the world around the character.
Yeah, so I think I'd recommend it. I don't think it's a must-see.
Nah,
you can go without it.
I think Beetlejuice is a little more of like, yeah, give this a shot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think that one's a little more iconic and like.
Would you recommend this to someone?
Would I recommend this? I would recommend it to somebody, like, if you're thinking about getting into Tim Burton. Like, I would not jump into Alice in Wonderland if you're, like, weary about being into Tim Burton. You know, because that's, like, sensory overload.
Yeah.
And it's, like, colors and CGI everywhere. This one's kind of a good basic story to get you ready for his kind of knack for, like, stories and visual storytelling. Same with Beetlejuice. That's kind of just, like, sets you up, and then you can watch his Alice in Wonderland and Dark Shadows, which sucks. Like, I
didn't see it. I don't think I want to, though.
But, well, I mean, let's think. How many Johnny Depp movies has Tim Burton directed. So Alice in Wonderland 2. This one, he was in Dark Shadows. He was in Corpse Bride. He voiced a main character in Corpse Bride.
All right, yeah, all right. I have the number. I want to see if you get them right.
How many? Is it like 7 movies that he's been in? Like that he's.
I mean, it's 8.
He's been in 8.
Yeah.
She's what 8?
Let me see.
Willy Wonka. Yeah. Willy Wonka. Oh my God, what are other ones? Can't remember.
Oh wait. Johnny Depp, Edward Scissorhands,
Okay.
Ed Wood.
Oh yeah.
Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, that didn't. Okay. Corpse.
Johnny Depp was like solidified some work.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I got Timothy over here. He can help me out.
Corpse Bride. Sweeney Todd.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Alice in Wonderland and Dark Shadows.
Okay.
So yeah, they got a collaboration thing.
What would you give this movie out of 5 stars?
As little as we talked about it, I really do enjoy it. I wouldn't mind seeing this again. This wasn't my first time seeing it. I'd give it. I think I'd give it a 4.
A 4?
Whoa.
A 4?
Let me think. It is kind of high.
I give it a 2.5 out of 5.
I'll give it a
3.
I think I'll give it a 3.5. I really like this movie.
It's just a movie that doesn't spark a lot of conversation. It doesn't get like it's at least that's us. Like I don't think like unless you're a big fan and we would just be raving about it. I just think to us it's kind of just like it is what it is.
Yeah, the acting isn't too good. I think it's just like a good story told.
It's a aesthetic thing, I think.
Yeah, that too. Good colors, good shots, and I think that castle is I'm pretty sure that was just like a prop thing.
Yeah,
like it wasn't. No one's. I doubt they really built a real castle, but
it was like a little like miniature thing.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing it justice. I really do enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
But I've said it like 3 times, so if you don't believe me.
then yeah, just do whatever. But yeah, that has been our fantastic review over Edward Scissorhands. We will, and I promise we will be back next week, and we will have a little more pep in our step because we will be talking about, do you want to tell them what we're going to talk about?
Die Hard, man.
We're going to talk about Die Hard, a very not standard, but very like sparking of debate on whether it's a Christmas movie, and that's what we'll be covering next week. So stay tuned for that.
I've never seen it, so have you seen it?
I've seen it many times.
I've never seen it, so
this will be interesting, and we can't wait to review it. I'm Drew.
I'm Cam.
We will see you next week. Cheers.
Bye.